What's going on, guys? Klinger here today, and we have a little bit different of a video for you. So I have a guest, and pretty much we're going to be talking about a question that I get asked a lot, and I want to talk to you guys about it. So if you guys are new and you like this kind of content, please be sure to hit that sub, even hit that notification, because apparently YouTube doesn't like to give you guys pings on mobile when you're subscribed. So you hit that bell, it'll take care of all of that. But I'm here today with Disguise, and he is one of the founders of the Phantom Forces CEO community. And Disguise, how did this take off? What is the Phantom Forces CEO community?
CEO stands for Crusaders Eternal Organization. That was Gable's idea, because at first we had this CEO name, but we didn't know what it should stand for, and then he just randomly thought of that as we were in the middle of making the server. It's mainly a server filled with record holders and other people who are extremely skilled at game, but that should not dissuade some other people from joining the server.
Yeah, the Phantom Forces CEO server, I've been in the server for probably over a year now, and they are one of the most positive communities that I've seen on Phantom Forces. I'm in a lot of communities around the game, and I really feel like the CEOs, they're doing it right. They have literally stats on everything too. I'll put all the links to all this in the description, but they have a huge Google Docs filled with information for any new player, or even like a older player. They have information on recoil, grips, sensitivity, even time to kill. There's recommended loadouts. And the biggest thing that a lot of you guys ask me, how do I become a CEO of a gun? They have a kill stat list for every gun in the game, even like a melee. If you like a melee and want to have like the most kills on record, you can apply for that stuff. So leading that to the next question, Disguise, how does one get involved with this? How does one apply to become a record holder?
To become a record holder is quite simple. You just go onto the new PF record sheet that was just announced last Friday, and then you go into contacts, which is at the bottom right of the first page, and then you just talk to one of the people listed below, and you just provide a screenshot or a short streamable clip, YouTube video or whatever, and we make sure it's legit and it's not faked in any way. And then we will add you on the sheet as soon as possible. It usually takes less than 10 minutes.
Awesome. So yeah, you just announced that you recently revamped the record sheet. So what's new? Why was it changed? Pretty much like, what's new about it?
There's a lot new about this new record sheets. So when I was working on the original record sheets, a lot of people didn't like how the ranks worked. There was a lot of controversy about the rank 500 in total, Tsuka, because he wasn't truly a rank 500. If you added his XP values, he was a rank 500, but people didn't like that specifically. So I thought, okay, there's a problem. I think I have a solution, and I think this solution works by breaking the rank category into two separate parts for single accounts and combined accounts. Then also we have the other records category. So you have from weird records like highest PF ping ever, which is at somehow 10 million.
That's
I still
crazy.
don't know. You have to be living on an island and unplugging your router to get that. And then there's also highest collaterals, longest multi-feeds, longest kill streaks, highest kill games, highest no death kill games, and then a bunch of other specific stuff like highest secondary only kill game.
That's actually, like, guys, when I emphasize that they literally keep stats on everything, you heard the man. Literally everything you'd ever need to keep a stat on. Probably some stats you even don't even need a stat on. They have that. All right, so you talk about being a CEO of a weapon, but there's also a record holder sheet. So what's the difference between the two?
For a CEO, you have ownership of one weapon, but for record holders, you can have multiple. The thing is that they fall under the same house, I guess you could say, the server name, but they are completely separate from each other. So you can be a record holder of of whatever you want to be, but for a CEO, you have to choose one weapon. It's mainly so that we can get more people into the community and maybe encourage more people to get record holders. And that's actually has been what's happening after this CEO sheet came out.
I'm looking at the Google Doc right here. It says PF Advanced Info. You want to go over that for me? What is that?
It's the most up to date on everything Phantom Forces there is. You get things from different ammo types for your guns, their exact stats, their exact time to kills at any range, basically. Um, for secondaries, primaries, and we also even have melee stats, the time to kills on those, the exact stats on attachments, and what they do to them. We have stuff that will be implemented to the future, stuff that was in Phantom Forces in the past that you can no longer use anymore. For example, the railgun, because if you
Yeah.
all remember Base Luna, that thing was fun.
Yeah, I kind of want them to add it to the game because I mean, there's already like a BFG and an M107. Why not have a railgun?
Well,
You
we
know?
still have it in gun game,
Yeah.
but yeah, you can also still, I guess, if you can try your luck, you can beg a staff member to give it to you. But I think they'll end up blocking you, so I would not recommend that.
All right, you
Uh,
heard it here, folks. Bully your favorite mod. Maybe we can get the
this is
railgun.
going to be used against me in my stylus app.
All right, so the advanced info is pretty much that sounds like a really good resource for new players. So if you want stats on like whatever PF, I think that would be a great docs for you. So that's actually perfect. So how does that start? Like how do you start something like that? What's the story behind it, man?
It started with a picture from extension cables, the now stylus mod.
Okay.
It's a weird image.
The
It's a really
cursed
weird
zip.
image.
Yup.
Sorry, you continue. It's
How
just hard to
does
not laugh
that
at it.
like start this, man? You sent this to me earlier and I have so many questions. How does that relate to the PF CEOs?
For if you at first look at it, you go like, how does this gun even fire or work? But the thing is that this was truly the original image, and then this image came about a few months before the CEO server actually started. Cable sent it to me in DMs and asked me what I thought of it. That I didn't have any words to describe it. It was confusing. And then he edited the picture to be made by the Zip 22 CEO. Then he changed his nick and stylus to the Zip 22 CEO. And then we had the idea of what if we started a server full of people who take ownership of a gun. And then it just spiraled from there.
That's crazy. They say every community starts with something special. And this is like, who would have thought like a cursed zip would start something so successful and so fast? Like this server, the PF CEO server, has took off in the past 6 months. It's been absolutely crazy. And so you talk about Cable. Was there anyone else that helped become like a founder of the CEO? Like, was it
There
anyone
were
else?
3 others. We have a person named Blue. He was the original head of staff. He is now kind of dead, to be honest, right now, but he really helped out from when we were at 0 to 1,000 members. He really helped manage the staff. And then we also had some person named Snaptrap. He was the original G11 record holder,
Okay.
but then he left when we hit around 500 members. I really wish he would come back. He was actually really nice to talk to. And then we have Toasty, who was the head admin, and now they're an advisor for moderating.
Gotcha. Zip would cause something like this, getting a
If you
group of
told
people
me,
together and
if you
making it
told me with the
successful.
second I joined Stylus that that this cursed image is going to turn into an almost to now an almost 3,000 member Discord server. I would have thought you were crazy.
It's crazy for sure. So like, how much work does it take to keep this all up to date and maintained? Because I would never be able to do something like that.
I've talked to some of my real life friends about this. They don't understand why I like this game because it's so glitchy. So they don't even understand why I dedicate so much time in the sheets. To be honest, it's sheer will. I have no other way to describe it other than that.
Yeah, and I know you guys have a lot of staff that are helpful keeping everything maintained, but it's crazy because, like I said 1,000 times already, probably everything is kept in stats. There's records on every single thing you could possibly think of, and
Well, the thing is that most of the records actually probably overlap, like high skill game, and then you have the highest kills per minute game. Like stuff like that overlaps easily.
for
but
sure.
but then you have that strange occurrence where you have like a person who played the game for like 1 minute, then got 35 kills.
Maybe one day I'll have a game like that. I'm pretty bad though. So
Yeah.
the big
Oh, also, just one more thing. Oscar, I hate you for this, but every time I think of a new record, you get it. Stop.
I gotta go on the hunt for some of them. I've been too busy. So the big question that I've also been getting asked with Colorado Bloxia 6 potentially coming out soon, what are your guys' plans? Are you gonna stay on PF? Are you gonna rotate over? Are you gonna keep both in the picture? What's the plan?
Both will definitely be in the picture, but the focus will definitely be on Core 6. The
Okay.
the Core CO server is already all prepared since like almost 2 months ago. So, because we
Perfect.
were expecting it to be after January, but then apparently it's going to be delayed.
Yeah.
So, and then we also have the record sheet ready for that. We have the PFCO sheet ready for that. We also have the advanced info sheet ready, but we need to be ready to plug in all those stats for when all those weapons get in. So it's going to be a very hard week for when Core comes out, definitely. But I trust that me and my staff will be able to overcome that easily.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys have everything handled. I mean, these guys are prepared for anything. So if you're excited for Core 6 and you want to grind the heck out of these guns, go to these people. They'll help you out. They'll keep these records. You could, man, there's so much potential coming up in the future. I'm excited. I'm glad I'm part of this community. And yeah, do you guys have, okay, so picture this. This is your first time hearing about the PF CEOs or the CEOs in general, since they're going to be rotating the Core 6 and all that. Do you guys host any activities for players that just want to like hang out and chill?
We used to actually quite a bit, but then they slowly started to die off. So we used to have these crusades. You were part of one,
Yeah.
where we just used a rank 0 account and then just made with all close to the same name, and then just like go into these half-filled lobbies, and then just make people think we're hackers.
Yeah.
It was really fun, but those it kind of slowly died, sadly.
Yeah, I'm
They were
sure
really
school
fun.
has a lot to do with it. I feel like a lot of people, this is the busiest time of year. I know there's a couple months in the summer that you guys were doing every Friday you'd had a crusade event. And I think I was a part of for a couple of them, but yeah, hopefully we can't get stuff like that started again, cuz that was pretty fun, but
I think when Core comes out, we could get something like that for, well, a Core version of it, maybe like hide and seek or something small like that.
oh, that'd be fun for sure.
We also do like some random small games like Among Us once in a while in a special channel, which you just have to react to a role to get it.
Oh, nice. Perfect. So, if you guys want a positive community for Phantom Forces, and pretty much, I mean, Core 6, so just a good server and community in general, I'd really recommend joining the CEOs. I can't stress it. I've been in the server for such a long time. I've been streaming Phantom Forces for over a year and a half, and there's two sides on the player base. There's toxic and there's chill. And the CEOs, they're really just have all that you would want for a server. So if you're looking for something like that, I'd really recommend joining. And I'll finish with this final question because we have a lot of new players to the channel. And if you had anything to recommend to a new player, what would it be?
Is it going to be like a person who just joined the CEO server new, or they've played the game for like a few months, or they just joined Phantom Forces and just heard about our my server?
Uh, why not both?
All right. I would say to them that don't stress too much about maining a gun. Have a good variety. And most importantly, have fun in this game because having having fun in Phantom Forces is so important because if you just grind and grind and grind, it gets repetitive and boring.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You have to do what you have to do for fun.
Yeah, that's actually a really, really good recommendation because I'm working my way to the TRG CEO. I'm catching up. I actually might be in the lead. I don't know yet, but we are. I can't stress it enough. Like, a variety is good. Don't stress about it, like this guy said. That's actually a great recommendation for new players. And Disguise, I'd like to thank you again for being on the channel, helping me out with this, because I think this is a nice, useful, just like community for people to learn about the game, grow as a community, and get together and have a good time. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, man.
No problem, Klinger. The pleasure is mine.
Alrighty, guys. So there you have it. The Phantom Force is the CEO. I hope you guys have a fantastic day and have enjoyed the video. If you're new, hit that sub button, leave a like, a comment, all that stuff. I'd really appreciate it. But we stream on Twitch 6 days a week, and we have a Discord. Link to both those will be in the description. So without further ado, I'm out of here. Have a fantastic day, guys. Peace.
You say